podcast where we didn't necessarily have to go and figure anything out. With this, we have to go listen to his podcast, and we're going to figure out which episode we think resonates the best with our audience.
So this is how you are interacting with your sponsors in the Anchor app.
In the Anchor app, yeah, I'm looking through the details of it right now. So it gives me stuff like, it tells me the books that he's written, who is on the podcast. The three hosts are Rick Rubin, writer Malcolm Gladwell, and New York Times editor Bruce Headland. And then it gives me the script in another tab so that I'm able to see, I literally will just read down this. And then at the end it says I have to include one of the episodes from it. And then tips, familiarize yourself with the familiarize yourself. And this is a link that takes me straight there. So if I've never seen it before, I can just get linked straight to iTunes, see the Broken Record podcast, and then podcast pushing podcast.
Can you show me how you publish a podcast?
Yeah, on Anchor, it's really easy to publish a podcast. All you have to do, we'll close that now. We'll be back later.
So you just go into here.
And then to record a new episode of a podcast, you just go to new episode, hit plus, and then you can just put it straight up to here, and now my podcast is recording exactly what I say. So
Okay.
then when I'm done recording, all that I have to do is pull it away from my ear.
Now my podcast is recording exactly what I say. So then when I'm
How do you
done
post it
recording,
live?
all I have to do is pull it away from.
And then when I pulled it away, it stopped. So then you save the episode. This is going to be a test. You just name the segment whatever you want, and then it'll add that recording straight to your episode. And then it'll give me that option to publish. So I just type in a title, test, episode,
Yeah, just publish it and then delete it real quick. Just
and then
to
the
show.
description can be test, please delete. This is where you post your show notes. So this is where we link all of the people that are on our show and their social medias and how people can find out. So then you just hit publish, and then it publishes the podcast. So it took less than 30
And then
seconds.
show me where it shows on the. Does it show immediately
It
under voice
immediately
first?
shows right here, and then I can share the link to the episode for anybody. So as soon as I publish it, I get a
Yeah.
link that I can share on any platform,
Uh-huh.
and then they'll be able to listen to the podcast on any platform.
And what platforms are we on right now? So
For us,
Anchor helps you record and then it distributes. And where are all our podcasts?
Our podcasts are on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Castbox, Google Play Music, Overcast, Pocket Cast.
Which one is the most popular?
Right now, our most popular platform is iOS, followed by Spotify.
Does it give you stats?
The web gives us stats. So the mobile app and web app do a lot of the same things, but one thing that you get with the web is a little bit more stats. So you just log in with the same credentials you do on your phone. I sign in with Google because I like having them as my password authority. And then when I log in, I see all the stats for the podcast. So we can see that we've got 10,000 plays. Hey, we just passed 10,000 plays. And we've already had one play on the new episode that we published. And
There's the episode we just published.
and then
Okay,
here's our stats. We see that iOS gives us 2,000 plays, and then Spotify right behind it 1,200. And the big one that's grown, this one grew about 1,000 in the past week, and that is because we just got our flash briefing on Amazon Alexa, which means that now people can listen to our podcast, have it in their morning routines on Amazon Alexa, and that just saves time for everybody.
Yep. And every time I leave the house, I just play the longest version of the Voice First podcast because playtime does affect too. So if you are a fan of Voice First, every time you leave the house, find a long episode and just say, hey, play the Voice First podcast.